Welcome back in IllinoisPrep.com. Eric Seals, Skylar King. As always, you can reach us on Twitter at SkylarIPrep, at EricIPrep, and hit up the message boards. Let us know what you're thinking. Winding down here, the top three in the King of Illinois football contest. A team that made the title game 2 years ago, won state title to the school's credit. Glenbard West.
Yep.
The Hilltoppers, high hopes going into last year. They definitely had some turmoil, and they got manhandled by Wheaton South in the playoffs, a team they went to overtime with in the title game the year before. But they are back, and they are loaded this year, and it all starts in that defensive front and the number one recruit in the state, Mr. Tommy Shutt.
And I remember last year when I was going to check out Glenbard West, just getting into Illinois high school sports, and I was going to see Jordan Walsh, and I remember Coach Hetler, he said, watch out for Tommy Shutt. He's gonna be big. I'm like, okay, all right, and he is. So, having that guy on the D line, it changes games.
Yeah.
They're going to run everything away from him, you know.
And again, it changes East St. Louis. They're going to 6A because Montez Ivy. I mean, again, I think even though Illinois is known for linemen, you don't see 300-pound D linemen.
No, that can move.
Right.
That can move.
I mean, he was like, if somehow someone missed a block on Tommy Shutt, that's if you're a quarterback. Yeah. You better smack the what out of your lineman if he doesn't say look out, because
without a doubt.
I mean, I don't even want that guy landing on me.
No.
Let alone trying to take my head off lower in the boom. And games are won up front. They also have Johnny Caspers, the top 30 guy in Illinois on the offensive line. They got a nice junior running back who was backing up Borello last year,
doing real good.
And they got Mr. Hibben catching passes.
Yeah, and I remember him from last year. I believe he's a junior this year.
Kendall Johnson, also a junior, is that running back who's backing up Borello. So, I mean, they got some skill guys. So, my question is it the best way to take advantage of the talents of a Tommy Shutt running the 3-5?
I mean, the thing that you got to think about, obviously, you want them in a 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, I want them in any. To me, you want your best player in as many one-on-ones as you can get him.
True, but you have him in a 3-5. He's always going to demand a double team and probably going to win on that double team on most high schools that they play.
So you're saying a double team is like a one-on-one to Tommy Shutt?
Yes. I mean, as a good defensive lineman, if you're not demanding a double team, then you're not doing your job right. And so he demands a double team, and even with the double team, I still think he's going to win most of them. That's going to open up the rest of the defense to be able to make big plays. So though his stats might be down or anything like that, a true coach can look and be like, the reason that the defense is dominant is because of that D end right there.
I mean, I think that's when Rivals has him as one of the 25 best recruits in the country.
Yeah,
I mean, and certainly when he goes to camps and stuff, he's everything's one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can certainly see that. The thing that'll be interesting with Glenbard West to me is the offense. I think just with Shutt out there, you're going to have a defense that's going to let you win any game that you're in.
Yep.
The question is, another year, a year under his belt where he got to start the last part of the season. Dave Ragloy, what's the chemistry like between him and Hibben? Because Hibben, you can tell me
some stuff last year.
You can tell me if you think of anyone else at the top of your head, but maybe the second best receiver in the state after West.
Definitely in the top 5, yeah.
And again, another guy who got nice size, and those are the guys I like. I mean, you
like guys that can go play big D1.
I like the guys that can go up and get it.
Okay.
I mean, granted, you can't teach the speed that a 5'11" shifty guy has, but what are corners? They're all 5'11" shifty guys.
Yeah, that's true. That can't catch.
And so to me, it's all about creating mismatches. And certainly, as we talked about in other episodes, in Illinois, the talent is in the middle of the field in those front sevens, not on the outside. So if you have that playmaker, I mean.
And they do, and that's one of the advantages they're going to have, especially over some of the running teams that they're going to play. But being in the West Suburban, Hinsdale Central's got a new coach. You know,
Right.
you're playing
I'm interested
LT,
to see if
York.
Hinsdale is still running the spread offense.
Yeah.
Because that's certainly not many. Maine South runs it, but
Riverside Brookfield did back in the day.
do they run a true spread, or do they just run 5 wide and chuck and duck with Tim Brasic? I don't know if there was running backs involved.
Anyway,
in that
they definitely have some talent on the offensive side. Who's the O-line?
Oh, Mr. Caspers?
Yeah.
Johnny Caspers.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the number one guy now that Mr. Walsh is gone.
Yeah, and so that's big as well. You know, filling in some big shoes. Glenbard West has just turned into a program. Obviously, under Coach Chad Hetlett, he has taken it. It was always, Glenbard West was always, it was a program. You know, you have years, you wouldn't have years, but now,
I'll say, as someone who went to Hinsdale Central,
yeah.
I never thought twice about Glenbard West when I was in high school.
But
and
now
so it's like I graduated in 03, so it's these last, under 10 years that this program's really turned into a team to be reckoned with.
And their battle back and forth between Wheaton Warrenville South, which fortunately and unfortunately will be an interesting game this year for what's going to happen.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and then we will wrap up Glenbard South and
West.
Sorry,
I'm Glenbard South.
I'm sick of looking at this shirt. It's in my head now. We'll wrap up talking about Glenbard West when we come back here on IllinoisPrep.com. Welcome back in. Mr. Seals alluded to it. Game 1 for Glenbard West on ESPNU.
Yep.
Against Wheaton Warrenville South. Payback.
Yep.
For Glenbard West for the last 2 years.
Of course.
And on, for Wheaton South, first 2 weeks, Glenbard West and Maine South.
It'll be tough.
You're going to know how good the replacements are for them. But
True.
We're both a little surprised they picked that game.
Yeah, one because you had Wheaton South and Maine South last year. Obviously, Glenbard West and Wheaton South is a great matchup, but it's kind of similar. You think they could pick an East St. Louis or a Joliet Catholic or Mount Carmel, but it's fine. So they picked this game. The thing that Wheaton South has on Glenbard West is they did it last year. So they know what it feels like. There's going to be a million cameras. There's going to be banners all over the place, thousands of people. So Wheaton South has that over them. But I think Glenbard West should take this. Without a doubt, they have the talent. They have the blood in their mouth of trying to get back at Wheaton South. Wheaton South is going to be a little bit down. So
Tommy Shutt living in the backfield.
Oh yeah, honestly, and people who watch this game, that's all they're going to be talking about, Tommy Shutt.
Yep.
Not because he's the only player on the team, but because, the ESPN guys, and I know this from used to working there, they're going to look at top 100 recruits. Tommy Shutt's name's going to come up there.
Especially if he hasn't committed anywhere yet, he's even a bigger draw.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get 5 to 8 fan bases tuning in to be like, this might be one of our
Check this
kids
guy
next
out.
year.
Yeah, so if you don't like Tommy Shutt, don't watch the game because you're going to hear his name about a billion times.
The rest of the schedule, it's pretty much just the West Suburban Conference. There are 2 cross-conference to the gold are Willowbrook and Addison Trail. 2 teams they should handle pretty easily. What's LT going to be like? They had a pretty nice little passing attack last year. York, we've already seen in a preseason top 25.
Yep.
And then is it going to be a bounce back year for Hinsdale Central or Downers North?
Yep.
But I got to think they're going 9-0.
They control their own destiny. But last year they put a surprise on us in the last game as well. LT came and beat them.
And so
that shouldn't have happened.
That game's at LT.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if Glenbard West can come in there and take the crowd out of the game early.
Yeah. So surprised. I'm just thinking about last year. I was so surprised about that game and how it happened, especially with the way Glenbard West was playing. So they really control their own destiny in every game that they play, in my opinion.
So we've done it with everyone. State champs?
They're going to there's going to be it'll be the first one under Coach Hetlett, yeah. State champs.
7-8. I'm with you.
I put them on there. 7-8.
I think Tommy Shutt is going to be a man on a mission.
Yep.
He's been a part of each of these last 2 teams that came up short, and he's a senior. It's his last go around, and the spotlight's on him.
Yep.
And kids that are that good, they normally embrace the spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
And say, I'm gonna say hello to the quarterback a couple times each game.
Just a couple times.
And
Yeah. See, you don't even know what to say.
Again.
It's going to happen.
Again, Lamontez Ivy. My man.
Stay away.
Stay away from that Tommy Shuck guy. So, next time, down to the top 2. Team number 2 got a big-time transfer.
Yep.
And we will talk about it when you see us next time here at IllinoisPrep.com.